Welcome to Out of the World. I hope you're still enjoying my trip in Africa. On the mainland we visited several countries for safaris and then it was time to go island hopping. In the last episode you saw Mauritius with beautiful tropical beaches. But then it was time to go to the next island and in this episode you'll see those tropical beaches too, but also volcanoes. I'm in the most southern tip of France, because this is La Réunion.
But as always, let's first do a little recap. The big trip through Africa was a dream come true for us. Not only did we see all the animals, but many more beautiful things on this colorful continent. From South Africa we flew across the Indian Ocean to Mauritius. And from one paradise we now fly to another.
So we want to turn the island of La Réunion completely inside out. And for that, of course, we need a rental car or we get nowhere with all the curves and bends and high mountains. So we got one at Hertz. Let's go!
In the rest of Africa we of course had a four-wheel drive. But in this tiny part of the European Union the roads are great, so we grab a regular car.
On the island of La Réunion we'll be staying in 3 different locations and the first one is called Boucan Canot. It's about 40 kilometers from the airport called Roland-Garros and because it's so near to the capital it's also a very popular beach for locals to go to on the weekends. The name comes from the past because Boucan was a traditional hut made of leaves and canoe is of course the boat that they had for the fishermen. Right now it took some years but it's a very modern hotspot to go for some chilling on the beach.
Within the hour we reach our first apartment, an Airbnb near the beach. And we immediately walk over there for a dip. This paradise was discovered in 1513 by the Portuguese. The Suez Canal in Egypt did not yet exist, so it was an important stop on the trade route to the East Indies. It used to be called Île Bourbon and also briefly Île Bonaparte when France was ruled by Napoleon. Nowadays La Réunion almost feels European, but with some exceptional tropical beaches.
So guys, another fun fact about La Réunion, this is the shark capital of the world, which means they have the highest number of shark attacks every year. I would have guessed it would be in Australia, maybe South America, but it's actually in Europe. Well, Africa. So take a look at the signs where it's safe to swim and where you better not go into the water. A very safe solution against the sharks but also against the strong current is this natural swimming pool that they created. With the seawater inside, but I guess there are no sharks there.
Isn't this just the most beautiful swimming pool you ever saw? The water is crystal clear, but it's a bit salty. You don't think those kids all took a pee in there, or did they? Jens. Around us we have a view on the rough ocean and the amazing volcanic landscape. Our natural swimming pool is also located in the middle of a volcanic rock formation. We stroll along the pleasant boulevard, and for a hot spot it feels relaxed and not too busy at all. Oh, and the beers here have the old name of the island. Anyway, it's time to explore the island a little bit more because there is plenty more to see. We first drive a few kilometers to the south to explore the underwater world.
So yesterday I already told you that it's kind of hard to swim just everywhere because of the sharks over here on La Réunion. But there's one lagoon, which is at Plage de l'Hermitage, about 10 minutes away from our apartment, where it's perfect for snorkeling. The blue bay over here, the white sand, and there are no waves at all. Let's go!
From the air you can already see the reef, a natural barrier for the high waves. So on this island, every day I'm snorkeling. You don't have to do very much to encounter all the fish. There is hardly any current and the fish are not afraid at all. Especially this little fella. I see a lot of pufferfishes and a very large parrotfish. I spot a lot of other colorful fish too. The underwater world here is protected and it's very popular with divers from all over the world.
Wow guys, I must have gone snorkeling in my life 1,000 times by now in all the travels we made. But sometimes you really get surprised. And this place is one of those. L'Hermitage at La Réunion. The coral was so beautiful and so many different kinds of fish that I saw over there. I can really recommend it.
Time to continue our drive along the coast towards the south.
Along the west coast we drove down south to a little place called Saint Pierre. And just outside the village there's our hotel. This is Le Victoria, and it's really an upgrade from the last hotel, guys, because this is just a swimming pool, and wait till I'll show you the rest of the hotel. This way, guys, we're in one of these little bungalows alongside the pool with a beautiful view over the ocean. And the garden, it's like a heavenly place.
Le Victoria is located in a very quiet area just below Saint Pierre. But you got everything you need there, even a football pitch. And why not? It's only about 35 degrees Celsius or so. Let's take a look a little more inland, because it's a volcanic island after all.
Of course, I enjoyed those amazing beaches with the blue water and the white beach, the palm trees, all the tropical vibe that's going on La Réunion. But it's not the only thing that draws people to this island, because they have a lot of other different natural phenomena. And for that you have to go to the center of the island, because this is a truly volcanic island with super cool volcanic landscapes. So today I got in my car, I drove for an hour to the center of the island, and this is it, guys, volcano time.
A long route with a lot of bends through the volcanic forest took me to this place, guys. This is Plaine des Sables, and as you can see, it's a giant volcanic crater. And I'm at the edge, and we're gonna drive straight through it. La Réunion was formed 3 million years ago, when Piton des Neiges, the snow peak, rose from the ocean. At 3,070 meters, it's the highest mountain in the entire Indian Ocean.
How awesome is this, guys? I'm driving through a crater at the bottom of the crater of the volcano at Plaine des Sables. On one of the most adventurous drives through craters, through the beautiful volcanic landscape, I drove to 2,600 meters, and at this height I have a beautiful lookout over Piton la Fournaise, which is the most active volcano on La Réunion, but it's also the most active volcano in the entire world, with an eruption on an average of every 9 months for the last 10 years. So statistically speaking, there is a chance that I have to run today. But guys, look at this beautiful view on La Fournaise. And of course, I'm gonna check it out with my drone.
Piton de la Fournaise is quite the icon of La Réunion. The lava flows from the last eruption are still visible.
On the way back, we make a little stop at Cratère Commerçon viewpoint. From here we have a beautiful view over the crater. We can walk along the rim of this crater called Commerçon, and we have a beautiful view of the surroundings. You can actually see the ocean from here because we're very high and we're looking down over the entire island, guys. Awesome. All the way at the end of the crater's edge, guys, this is the view. Look how far you can see the island of La Réunion, guys. a bit scary though.
For someone from the flattest country in the world, this always remains spectacular. Driving around by car here, literally over the rims of the volcanoes, is a truly magnificent experience. But it's time to go back and see where my family is hanging out.
Wow guys, I'm using the app Google Maps and this is actually pretty funny. It's trying to show me the entire island, I guess, because it's a really small road that's taking me through the center of the island with amazing views. The scenic route. It's just noon and I'm back at the hotel, and what a morning did I have. I saw so many beautiful landscapes on La Réunion and all the volcanoes. But the sun is still shining, the day is still young, so it's time for a dive guys, because I'm burning hot. We enjoyed ourselves so much guys here in La Victoria, a hotel that I would definitely recommend because of its super nice swimming pool and the view over the ocean. It's insane here on the beautiful cliffs. But unfortunately it's time to go, and it's time for hotel number 3. For our next destination, we drove up north again on that beautiful east coast of La Réunion, and we end up in a little place called Saint-Gilles. This is a beautiful oasis on the coastline, and we're staying in Hermitage Boutique Hotel. I will show you this place, the beautiful swimming pool and the rooms.
Okay, I think we have a winner. This hotel in the middle of the lively streets of Saint-Gilles feels a bit like the Caribbean. The only thing missing actually is a tropical cocktail.
Good morning guys, the sun is shining and it's another beautiful day on La Réunion. And we're gonna visit another natural phenomenon on the island, because we saw the volcanoes and there are also some waterfalls over here. And the most beautiful one, the one we're gonna visit today, is called Galet. On La Réunion there are several beautiful waterfalls, but the most beautiful one, and also the highest with 45 meters, is Cascade de Grand Galet, which is in the Long Van River between the mountains, and it's also a natural beauty.
We fill up the car on gas and stop at a food truck for the best pizza on the island.
Whoa! Pizza time! That's it guys for this episode. I hope you enjoyed La Réunion just as much as we did. It's time to go back to Europe. Our world trip is not over yet, but we're flying to Paris and the next episodes will be in Europe. I'll see you soon.
Tune in next time when we are back in Europe after traveling for 1.5 years. In Paris. So subscribe and always travel along. Ciao!